an interesting little back and forth that's going on. Hi, you're on with Jamie.
Hey, we got Ben Shapiro on the program, Jesse Farrar as well. We're in the cold open. Let's start the show going.
The fact remains that it's not even a show.
Hey everyone, I put on my Sunday's best because we've got such an exciting episode of the Not Even a Show. If this is your first time watching, I'm Chris, I'm the host, and I do have a time machine normally, although right now it's getting detailed and the guy's totally jacking me off. He's just, or jerking me around, I meant to say. And because I think he's using the time machine. Like yesterday I went in and I said, hey, when's it going to be ready? And he was like, it'll be ready in exactly 13 days and 11 hours and 15 minutes. And I was like, wait, how do you know exactly? And he's like, gotta go. So anyways, that's none of your concern. Your only concern is this wonderful episode we've got, and boy howdy is it ever a humdinger of a banger, as we've got calls to Tom Gulley, Michael Dukes, plus the big man himself, Jesse Farrar, calls JJ McCartney. First though, sometimes there's hosts that are so big that you think you'll never get on their show, and sometimes those hosts that are so big are also so small. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Little Benny Shapiro. Check it out.
Chris in Vancouver, you're on the Ben Shapiro Show. Go for it, Chris.
Hey, Ben. I'm a Canadian, obviously, Ben, as you said there, so I have the benefit of experiencing socialized medicine in my life. And I got to say, it always strikes me as particularly nasty when a rich person like you, who belongs to the only socioeconomic group that benefits from the current system, gets on your radio show and speaks negatively about a system that would benefit the marginalized members of the country, who, by the way, are currently dying regularly from a lack of access to health care. I would have some respect for you, I'll be honest, if you just admitted that it was more important for you to live in a country with a powerful military than it is to live in a country where low-income people don't die when they get sick. But I suppose my main question for you is, are you big enough to ride the rides at Disneyland?
Chris, just a delightful phone call in every way. And while I appreciate the call, let me actually answer the question pretty clearly. So first of all, the idea that poor people in the United States are dying for lack of care is simply not true. In fact, there is Medicaid that is available for a huge variety of people who are low income in the United States. The idea that we have a completely privatized system is nonsense. We have Medicare available for people who are elderly. Also, we have emergency care available for everybody by law. Second, the idea that life expectancy in the United States is dramatically lower than that in Canada
neglects to
actually adjust for homicide and car accident death. When you do that, the United States has the longest life expectancy, including in Canada. Third, people in Canada who actually need emergency, who need any sort of elective care tend to come to the United States. Fourth, the notion that only poor people, that only rich people in the United States have health insurance is absolutely insane. 160 million people in the United States have health insurance coverage through their employer, and the vast majority of those people, by all polling, about 80% of those people, are
Extremely happy with that health insurance.
So the idea that only rich
At
people in the United
Thanksgiving-
States are really happy with their health care in the United States is simply a lie through and through.
At Thanksgiving dinner, do you sit at the kids' table or the adults' table?
Well, Chris, I tend to sit at the adults' table.
But then again, I have a functioning prefrontal cortex, and I can't say the same for you. I appreciate you listening to the call, listening to the show. Thanks so much for your call, Chris, despite the fact that you seem weirdly obsessed with height. Like it's there's this group of people. It's really weird. It's out there where people are really obsessed with my height, and it's like, I don't care. For the record, I am 5'9".
The lie detector test determined
that was a lie.
So I'm perfectly average height. But if I were 5'4", I wouldn't care, because guess what? I do real well.
Got a hot wife? Got great kids?
Got a great wife.
And you're sitting there calling my show and whining about the fact that you're living in Canada, dude. So, Enjoy. Appreciate you listening to the call.
Hey, where do you go? Days when you need new clothes. To the Gap for kids, maybe. 'Cause you haven't grown. Caution and a caution, yeah, yeah. Velcro on the shoes. Wake up in the morning hoping to be fully grown, but it never comes true. A 4-foot man. You're my 4-foot man.
Jesse Farrar is a well-respected video game streamer as well as a podcast extraordinaire and a friend of the stream. And we thought to ourselves, wow, what would it be like if our friend the big man, Jesse Farrar, called our arch nemesis, JJ McCartney? And he did, and he talked to him for a while, and you can watch it now. Check it out.
Rocking better shirts than you. Loving the JJ crew.
Great question. Let's go to the phones. Area code
615, you're on with IQ Al Rassouli.
Hey guys, what's going on?
not too much.
What's your name?
This is Jesse, Nashville, first time caller.
Yeah, what's going on, Jesse?
Well, I don't know if you know anything about Nashville. We got the Grand Ole Opry down here. That's kind of funny. You ever been?
I have never been to the Grand Ole Opry. I have been to Nashville, but never to the Opry.
That's a shame. You should come down sometime.
Well, you know what? It's if I ever get around to it, I'll look you up.
Okay.
All right. Well, I was listening to what you guys were saying. Pardon me. Pardon me. I don't know if you guys are. You talk so much about religion. My guess is that maybe you're not, but I am something of I'm a gambling man. I like to gamble. So this week we had the big fight, Wilder Fury, which was fun to watch. You guys catch that?
I did watch it, yes.
It was a crazy fight. But anyway, so I've been betting for probably 5 or 6 years online, and I put a bet. This is what I did. I put $500 down on Bernie getting knocked out before the South Carolina debates, and obviously those just happened, right? So I'm kind of in the hole there. So I'm trying to work my way back out of that hole. So the first thing I want to do is ask you for your advice, and the second thing I want to do is get square, because all I had to do was call and say shirt.
Yeah, and you used all that time to accomplish what exactly? Don't know. All right, we go to, could it really be Alaska?
On the JJ McCartney Show with IQ Al Rassouli. Go ahead.
Jesse, you're all square. The bet.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Couple of co-conspirators there, and not a working brain cell among them, IQ.
By the way, my conversation with you, do you hear me quite well? Better than before?
I do. There's a little bit of scratchiness in the background. I'm not sure what that is, but what it sounds like to me, and this is just based on my own experience, is your cell phone nearby to where you're sitting?
No.
Okay. Then I have no idea. But yes, you sound very clear. There's not nearly as much background noise, IQ. So we have made
I'll tell you why. No, because I need to thank Chris. You remember Chris last week?
That's right. That's right.
And he said, have a microphone?
Yes.
So I have a microphone. So I must thank him.
Yeah, it sounds good, IQ. You sound good.
Michael Dukes is a radio host in Alaska who we normally phone and say one famous phrase, and that is slimy bung. It's really the only thing we've ever said to him, but we decided to mix things up a little bit this week, and we called him with a much more intelligent prank, and you're going to watch it now. Check it out.
We're going to turn the phones on, and we will let you guys help drive the bus today as far as conversations or things that you want to talk about.
Maybe it's something that's completely different than what I'm talking about.
I am very happy to do it. Very happy to take those calls and talk with you and see what you guys have to say as well. So I guess we should, I got plenty of things to talk about, but it sounds like some of you want to talk right out of the gate. So let's get things started and see what you have to say. We'll start over here with this phone call. Good morning. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
I just farted.
Okay. Thanks for sharing. Was that all you needed this morning? That was it? Okay.
I was hoping for some help.
Okay. All right. Well.
We'll
make sure that we send help to your location immediately, if not sooner. Some people just don't have a life, you know? They don't have a life. Anybody that wants to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to listen to a radio show and then prank call it is, yeah. What are you going to do? All right, so phone lines are open for, well, I guess I was going to say for anything, but that, I guess we've just proven.
For anything.
Tom Gulley is a very peculiar host who has a budding frenemyship with Techhead Terry. Techhead Terry loves calling him and talking tech, and Tom is one of the few people who loves talking tech as much as Terry. Let's check it out as Terry calls in with a little bit of tech. Check it out.
Hi, welcome to Tom Gulley Show. You're on the air.
Hey, Tom, how are you? You know who this is? Yeah, it's Terry. Oh, that's interesting. How did you know that? I have my voice. If you didn't notice, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's still pretty obvious. Your voice is such that no amount of vocoding or whatever you want to do is going to keep me from knowing
Who you are.
What if I were to talk a little bit like this?
Well, we've already established that it's you, so really nothing you do at the moment.
Well, what if I was a sexy lady?
I don't know that you're not.
Now, this is pretty cool. We can agree, though, Tom. How cool is this that I can do all of this stuff just with tech alone? And all of a sudden now, oh, what's that? I'm in a cave.
If only that were true. Well, you know, a lot of gamers that are doing those gaming streams have that very same technology. I mean, I don't think you've exactly found a cure for cancer here, you know. Especially since I knew it was you.
Yeah. I mean, but we
You know, when I'm able to do this, it's kind of like, wow.
And
Maybe you can find a setting that will make you sound like a man.
Oh, it's this one. What do you mean? This is the one that makes me sound like a man.
Now you just sound like a really butch gal.
Wow. Well, that is a pretty good insult. Can you imagine if I was a woman? Wow. That is a good insult to be using as a grown-up man. I love that.
I don't think I have to imagine it. I think sooner or later you will develop a multiple personality that is, in fact, a woman.
Yeah. I don't have multiple personalities, but I do. I thought you would be more impressed with my tech. And I'm a little bit bummed out, to be honest, that you're not impressed with it. I was thinking maybe, though, what I could do is sing a little song for you. Oh, Tom Gulley, please respect my tech. I love you more than my family. I want to be best friends.
That's the most creative thing you've done ever since calling in here. That made me laugh.
Thank you.
That was good.
Thank you. That's cool. So we're kind of having a bit of a budding friendship, and now I know the way to your heart, and it is through song, and so I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay. All right. Thanks for calling. But see, he didn't realize that's a one-trick pony. He can't do that again. And it wasn't that I wasn't impressed by his tech. It's just that his tech is unimpressive. It's not that technically, you know, But it was nice that he did something a little different. I could do that all day on this show if I wanted to. I just don't.
All right, everybody, that's the end, and thank you for watching. And if you're new to the channel, as I mentioned earlier, thank you for being here, and please stick around and check out the Patreon. If you got a little extra scratch and you want a little bonus content, you can go over to patreon.com/notevenashow. We've got a return of Knock 'em Dead comedy this week, as well as a call to Mark Dion. And it's Tech Head Terry again, so if you loved him, then you can get a little bit more of his ass. Anyways, you guys are great and you're wonderful, and thank you for supporting, and I can't wait to come back next week and do another episode. That's what I do every single week. Bye.
Hi, thanks for calling. This is Mike Bloomberg, and I'm so excited to hear from you. Para Español, Maque Ocho. First, we've got some business to get out of the way. We're going to record this call. We might use it in an ad, and we may also contact you. If you're okay with that, press 1 and let's get started. Great. I'm running for president to defeat Donald Trump and rebuild America. I want to hear the issues that you care about most and what you'd like to see me get done as president. Press pound when you're done recording.
I did a poopy. I made a poo-poo in my diaper. I did a little poopy. I made a little poo-poo. Poo-poo, 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 poo-poo.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. With your support, I know we can get it done.